Hi, it's Eliz. So for today's class, we're going to be doing hips in a lot of different ways. Hips are the junk drawers of the body. So we sit and compress them, but also things that we don't necessarily want to face live in our hips. So this is just a great opportunity to clean out your junk drawers. If you've got blocks close by, go ahead and grab them because they will definitely help with the practice. If you don't, no worries, big books also help. So we're gonna get started reclined on our backs in a butterfly position. So your feet are together, your knees are out wide, and then recline. So this is already a great place to add blocks. If your knees are really high off the ground, it might be intense to sit in this posture, so you can always stack those blocks underneath your knees. And remember, the blocks have a few different heights, so play with what works best for you. But once you find your posture, bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly and just close your eyes. So right away, you'll notice sensation in your hips. Take that in, scan your spine, relax your shoulders, and notice your breath. Turning on that Ujjayi filter, bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth, find some space and a slight constriction in the back of the throat, and then breathe in and out through your nose deliberately. So inhale, drag the breath through the nose, through the back of the throat, pull it down to the lungs, feel your ribs expand. As you exhale, actively press the air out through the back of the throat and out through your nose, feel your abdomen contract. So take this moment to cultivate a rhythm with your breath. One more breath cycle. As you feel ready, blink your eyes open, reach your fingertips for the outer edges of your knees, close your knees up like a book. If you've got blocks underneath, just move them to the side and then bring your knees in. So keeping your tailbone heavy, your shoulders down, you're gonna separate your knees as wide as your hips and add a side to side sway. So with your knees wide apart, and pulling them into your chest, you should feel some sensation in your hip flexors. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, find stillness at center. You're gonna set your left foot down and rotate your right knee wider than your ribs. So we're transitioning into half happy baby. So here you can grab your thigh, your calf, your ankle, if it's available, the outer edge of your foot. So you're intending your knee to press down and your heel to rotate up. Bend your right elbow and poke your elbow into your knee. Look for that stretch in your hip. And then if you want more, you can extend the left leg down the mat and your left hand just gently sets on your hip to keep it grounded. And take 3 deep breaths. Try not to resist the sensation, just breathe. One more inhale. So as you exhale, release that leg, bring it to center, and then you'll extend your right arm out to the side. So you'll kind of kick your leg up, but turn the big toe inward. And with your left hand on your right thigh, gently guide that right leg over to the left, keeping that left leg down. It shouldn't take long for you to feel a bit of a zap. That is your IT band. Let your chin fall open to the right. So if your knee's bent, that's perfectly okay. Just try to press a little bit through that heel. One more inhale. Exhale back to center. Give that right knee a little hug. Set the right foot down and we'll do the left side. So now your left knee is a little bit wider than your ribs. Flex that foot. You can grab your thigh, your calf, your ankle, or the outer edge of your foot, pressing the knee down, bending your elbow and poking it into your calf. Stay with the foot down or extend the leg. So don't expect your hips to feel the same from left to right. There is no symmetry in your body, and your hips are a gentle-ish reminder of that. So just breathe. One more breath. And then slowly release the foot, bring that leg to center, extend your left arm out to the side. And then your right hand guides your left leg. So start to straighten it, turning the big toe inward. That is your IT band. Let your chin fall open. Hello. Press through the heel. One more inhale. Exhale, left knee in, and then this time bring your right knee in and do that little side to side sway. So adding some crunches here. Fingertips at the nape of your neck, your elbows are out wide. So set that left foot down. You're gonna inhale, lift your chest, exhale, crunch your right elbow to your right thigh, and then next time you inhale, hover and extend your legs. So exhale, open the hip, inhale, exhale. So still working on hip mobility, but adding a little bit of core work as well. And we'll do 8, point those toes, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And keep your chest hovering, right foot down. Now left elbow to left thigh. Inhale to extend, exhale to crunch. So really try to get those ribs off the mat. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finish it. Drop the foot, bring both knees in, and then tuck your hands under your knee creases. We're gonna rock all the way up to forward fold. So rock back, plant your feet, plant your palms, find your forward fold. So feet or hips width distance, soften the knees. Take your hands to cup opposite elbows, let your head be heavy, and add a sway. Notice weight distribution here, have more weight on the toes than in the heels. Release your hands, walk your feet all the way together. On your next inhale, you'll rise. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms touch, exhale, hands to heart. Palms by your hips, big toes touching, heels slightly apart, shoulders up, back, and down. And just take that moment to be in your mountain pose. Feel rooted through your feet, hollow through your belly, and growing through the crown of your head. And let's move through our sun salutation. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, lower all the way onto your belly. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Let's just do 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. For this one, sweep your arms back, palms are facing in. 1 more lift of the heart. Exhale, lower down, hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, push up to plank, and then down dog. 3 deep breaths. Soften your shoulders, soften your knees. Inhale, lift the heels and look forward. Exhale, feet in between your hands. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, shift a little bit more weight into the heels, lift your chest, Utkatasana, chair pose. So if having your arms by your ears doesn't feel great in the shoulders, you can reach your fingers forward or just take the hands out. But you wanna sit like if you're sitting in a chair that's just a little bit far away. Yes, your thighs will sizzle and that is okay. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale, sit a little deeper, lift your chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, move through your vinyasa. So once in down dog, inhale, reach your right leg back behind you. Exhale, step the foot through wide. Drop the left heel, lift your chest, warrior 1, square off that left hip. Root down through the left heel. So hands reach for opposite elbows behind your back or take that fist. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. So your chest can rest on your thigh. If it's available, you're gonna lean your right shoulder inside your thigh. Head is heavy, possibly lifting the knuckles. Completely let go of the weight of your head. Humble warrior symbolizes letting go of the illusion of control. Thumbs to tail. Inhale, reach your arms up. Now exhale, take your hands inside your right foot and step the left foot back so that your heel is off the mat. And this is a great place to add the blocks or the books. So on your next inhale, you'll bend the left knee, press the left hip forward, roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, press through the ball of your right foot to straighten the right leg and let your head be heavy. Inhale. Remember, straight is relative to you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more like that. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, shift the hips back. So hold. Take your right thumb into your right hip crease. As you press through the ball of that right foot, pull that right hip back. Hop the left foot in an inch or 2, but keep your heel lifted. And then release your hands. Inhale, sternum forward. Exhale, hinge. You have to feel that sensation. It's going from behind the knee, wrapping around. So it's getting your IT band, but also getting your hamstring. 2 more breaths. Bend the right knee. Blocks off. Plant your palms. Lift the right heel. Sweep the right foot back to plank. You can skip this vinyasa if you want, or take it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels and look forward. Exhale, feet in between your hands. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sit low, lift your chest. It's my favorite word. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit, lean back, scoop the belly in. Do something with your arms that feels okay in the shoulders. Widen them, reach them forward, take them completely out. We're looking for sensation in your quads. Breathe. Sit a little deeper and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, skip this vinyasa, press straight back to down dog. So once in down dog, inhale, reach your left leg back. Exhale, step it through wide, drop the right heel, come up, warrior 1. So take that moment to square off the hips, root down through the heel. So if you reach for opposite elbows, switch your arm or take that fist. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Chest can rest on your thigh and you can look at your left big toe, or your left shoulder goes inside your thigh and you look at your right big toe. Possibly lifting the knuckles. Feel that stretch in your outer left hip. Breathe into it. Thumbs to lower back. Lift your chest. Inhale, warrior 1, and then exhale, hands down. Pop that right heel up. Grab those blocks. So as you inhale, bend the right knee, press the right hip forward, roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, press through the ball of that left foot and move from the hip to straighten the leg. Inhale. Exhale. And don't plow through. If your leg doesn't want to straighten, don't force it. You'll feel the stretch at your stopping point. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, last one we're gonna hold. Inhale. Exhale, pause about halfway back. So you're pressing through the foot like a gas pedal. Take your thumb into your hip crease and move that hip back. Hop your right foot up an inch or 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Notice and breathe. Soft jaw, soft brow. Bend the left knee. Blocks off the mat. Plant your palms, lift that left heel, sweep that foot back, and take your vinyasa. Or skip it. Inhale, reach your right leg back behind you. Bend the right knee, stack the right hip open, but drop your right shoulder down and keep equal weight in your palms. Inhale, lift the knee a little higher. Exhale, step the foot through wide, drop the left heel. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior two. So back arch to front heel alignment, sit into that right thigh, press the knee open and float the arms. So far we've been doing squared hip postures. This is the first one that's an open hip. Lift yourself up by squeezing your heels toward each other using your inner thighs. Take one more breath. Bring your hands onto your waist. So turn your left heel in and your right toes out. Turn your right heel in and your right toes out. Turn your left heel in and your left toes out and sit in your goddess stance. So I didn't make this up, but for the ladies, this is called goddess pose. For the gentlemen, it's called horse stance. Okay, so pressing those knees open, elbows into ribs, all you're gonna do is rotate your palms down and bend your elbows and up and bend your elbows. So I'm trying to distract you from your hips. Is it working? 4, 3, 2, 1, and straighten. Soften that right knee, take your hands down to surround your foot. Sweep that right foot back, bend the knee, stack the hip open. Now if you wanna flip it, more weight on that right foot, lift the hips, and then flip it back, right foot down. Inhale, reach your left leg back. Bend the knee, stack that hip open. So drop the left shoulder, keep equal weight in your palms. Inhale, lift the knee a little higher. Exhale, step it through wide, drop the right heel. Inhale to lift your chest in warrior one. Exhale to open out to warrior two. Now settle in. You have that back arch to front heel alignment. You see your left big toe. You're lifting from the inner thighs and your arms are softly floating in space. 2 more breaths. One more, inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Goddess stance. So heels in, toes out, sit into your legs. So you decide how wide you want your feet to be, but sit. One hand to your lower belly, one hand to your lower back. Check that you're not collapsing in your sacrum. Keep that tailbone heavy, and then we'll do our shoulder rotations. So elbows in, palms up, and then rotate and bend, rotate and bend, rotate and bend. So the movement is initiating in your shoulder heads. Your wrists don't really break. So 6, 5, 4, 3, sit a little deeper, 2, 1, straighten, take your hands down, sweep that left foot back, bend the knee, stack the hip open, and if you flipped it on one side, flip it on the other. Hips up, and then flip it back. All of this practice is for our peak posture that's actually a pretty deep hip opener. So inhale, reach your right leg back, bend the knee, stack that hip, square off the shoulder. Inhale, lift the knee a little higher. Exhale, pull the leg through in that shape, drop your right shin. So setting up our half pigeon. So think of your body like a picture frame. So that right knee needs to be wider than your hip so that you don't topple over. Left leg is straight and not in an angle. Maybe walking your hands back, noticing your weight is centered, and then as you're ready, start to walk yourself forward. So this is another great place to add a block. If the ground feels really far away, you can set a block under you, just bringing the ground up. You can also set it under your forehead, but try not to crunch the shoulders here. So think about moving your elbows away from each other. 3 breaths. So surrender into this stretch. Try not to resist the junk drawer trying to get clean. One more breath. And then slowly walk your hands in. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee, kick the right leg back, bend the knee, and rotate that hip joint around clockwise, counterclockwise, and then set the foot down. We're just switching. So inhale, left leg back, bend the knee, stack the hips, square off the shoulder. Inhale, lift the knee a little higher. Exhale, bring it through. Once that shin is down, pause. Left knee is wider than the hip. Right leg is straight and not in an angle. Feel your weight centered, and then start to walk yourself forward. Another thing that you can do, if you can't help but tip weight, you can also set a block under that left glute to keep it stable. Elbows away from each other. Noticing the difference between the right and the left hip. Reminding yourself that being imperfect is part of being a human being. 2 more breaths. And then as you're ready, walk your hands in, tuck your right toes, lift the right knee, sweep that left foot back, rotate it around clockwise, rotate it around counterclockwise, set that foot down. Inhale, lift the heels and look forward. Exhale, feet in between your hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart and palms by your hips. So let's end our practice with a little standing balance that is also a hip opener. So it's tree. Right foot stays grounded, bring your hands on your hips, lift the left heel, swivel it inside your right ankle. So here's the thing, you don't wanna collapse weight, you wanna use your glute to hold you up. You should feel that stretch in your left hip flexor already. If you wanna stay here, your hands can be at the heart. If you wanna go further, slide the foot to the calf and press in opposition, calf into foot, foot into calf. Stop 3, skip the knee, slide the foot up to the inner thigh, hands together. If you wanna go one more step, you sure can. You'll bend the right knee, take your left ankle and hook it inside your right hip crease. And then sit like you're in a chair, and then your hands are together, deeper stretch in your hips. So you've got 4 stopping points. Take one more inhale. Exhale up, left foot down, quick mountain pose, other side. Swivel the right heel into your left ankle. Stop 1, don't collapse in your hip. Stop 2, to the calf. Stop 2, 3, to the inner thigh. Stop 4, to the hip crease. So some people have the ability to hold this with their legs straight. I need a little hinge to kind of hook. See what feels better in your body. Hands at heart. Feel that deep stretch in your hip. Feel it's a hip glute connection. One more inhale. And then exhale, right foot down. Mountain pose. Notice. Bring your hands to your chest, thumbs to sternum in your Anjali Mudra. And just close your eyes and notice how your body feels in space. Notice your heart pumping strong, and find some gratitude for your healthy and able body. Until we meet again, namaste. Thank you so much for working out with me today. And if you enjoyed this sequence and want to do it again, save it, and then you can do it whenever you want. Also, I want to know your thoughts, suggestions, or requests, so leave me a comment below. Hope to see you soon.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.